pictures. The House of newly elected corporators had just about assembled this morning. They were to take their oath of office. They were then to elect a mayor and then get on with managing the union capital, turning it into a top world-class city over the next 5 years, their tenure in office. But what did they do, viewers? Times Now always speaks for its family, for its viewers. Today, viewers, it's about us, our family versus them. These parasitic netas. Look how taxpayer money, your hard-earned money, our hard-earned money, our families' hard-earned money is abused. Infrastructure that we pay for laid to waste. What for? To settle petty ego battles and an unquenchable thirst to outdo each other for the ultimate sweepstake, the mayor's post. Did we elect them to serve themselves or us? Did we elect them to make a mockery of our democracy, to betray our faith? Did we elect them to lower the nation's image? India is today, viewers, the world's 5th largest economy. It has just taken over the G20 presidency. Top leaders of the world will be here in less than 9 months. Should Delhi look like the sooty, pathetic excuse for a capital it is looking like these days, or the glittering Rajdhani of a nation on the move? I ask you, and I ask these corporators and their political bosses in the BJP and the AAP this question. Is this the face they want to present to the world leaders when India, helmed by the Prime Minister, will be welcoming the leaders of the first world? Viewers, if they had any shame, any regard for their own country, they would put their head down and they would work to leave a great impression. They asked for your vote in the name of Vikas, but they are giving us Vinash. The time has come to shame them and their bosses. But first, let's go over the sordid sequence of events. First, right after the first LG-nominated member was sworn in, leaders from both sides, from the BJP camp and the AAP camp, these corporators that you and I picked, came to blows, pushing and shoving each other. Microphones and podium, the speaker's podium, were flung around, vandalized. Who's paying for all of this? It should come out of their pocket, viewers. Some councillors were seen standing on tables and chairs, wielding a chair to beat up the other, smashing them to smithereens. You know, viewers, this is not their property. This is just in their custody. It's our property. They're only custodians. They've reduced this august assembly, decorated for a swearing-in, to a dangal ground. My colleague gets us this report from inside the House. And viewers, tonight, I'm going to open the call-in lines, and I want every Indian tonight, viewers, to shame these corporators, to tell them that in 9 months, they better get their act together and set an example for the rest of the country. None of this drama about you did it first and I did it first. I'm going to ask these representatives to apologize to you first. And then, viewers, we will get to asking them the hard questions. But first, watch this report.
सदन में हंगामा रहा और तमाम जगहों पर तोड़फोड़ की गई। आप ये देख सकते हैं वो पेटियां जो वोटिंग के लिए आई थी उन्हें हटा दिया गया है। अब पहले मेयर चुनाव यहां से होना था, लेकिन अब पेटियों को लेकर जा रहा है। ये साथ में आप देखिए कि जो माइक है उसे ये देखिए आप, ये टूटा हुआ है, यहाँ माइक तोड़ दिए गए हैं और साथ में आप ये देखिए कि किस तरीके से जो वायर थी इसकी वो भी तोड़ दी गई है। नीचे अगर आप देखेंगे तो साथ में कुर्सियां और दूसरी चीजें भी तोड़ दी गई हैं। ये कुर्सी देखिए आप, ये आज पार्षदों की शपथ थी, लेकिन जो हंगामा हुआ उसके बाद की तस्वीर देखिए, ये टूटी पड़ी हुई है। और साथ ही और अगर आप चीजें देखेंगे, पेपर जो है वो फाड़ दिए गए हैं और इसके अलावा आगे जब हम लोग चलेंगे तो जो टेबल है वो भी तोड़ दी गई है। ये तस्वीरें हैं सदन के अंदर की, ये देखिए आप, ये देखिए टेबल किस तरीके से टूटी पड़ी है, ये टेबल आप देखिए किस तरीके से टूटी पड़ी है, माइक तोड़ दिए गए हैं और साथ ही कुर्सियों को तोड़ दिया गया है जो आसपास कुर्सी पड़ी हुई थी। सुबह की तस्वीर ये थी कि पूरे सदन को फूलों से सजाया गया था क्योंकि नए पार्षदों को शपथ लेनी थी और साथ ही मेयर का चुनाव होना था। अब की तस्वीर ये है कि सारी जगहों पर सारी चीजें तोड़ दी गई, माइक तोड़ दिए गए, टेबल तोड़ दी गई, कुर्सी तोड़ दी गई और जो मालाएं लगाई गई थी फूलों से जो सजाया गया था उसे तोड़ दिया गया और करीब 2.5 घंटे तक सदन में हंगामा चलता रहा।
The election didn't happen, the oath was not taken. Delay, delay, delay. Their priorities are very different, viewers. The slugfest was triggered, now we are being told, by AAP objecting to the sequence in which the members were being sworn in, arguing that traditionally elected members are called first, not nominated ones, and alleging that the process is not constitutional at all. Listen in, viewers.
क्यों आपने हंगामा किया? क्यों पोडियम तोड़ने की कोशिश की? मनोनीत पार्षद कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल व्यवस्था से आए हैं और उनका शपथ हो रहा है, उसके बाद बाकी का शपथ है, उसके बाद मेयर का चुनाव है, तो आपको डर क्या है भैया?
उनको डर स्टैंडिंग कमेटी का तो नहीं है।
अब उनका डर तो वही जाने, उनका डर जो अभी दिखा है वो तो ये लग रहा है कि वो मेयर भी हार रहे हैं।
Atishi, what the BJP has also been alleging is that they have the Aam Aadmi Party councillors have brought some sharp glass weapons and they have attacked the BJP.
Absolute lies. You can see the fact that our councillor Praveen Kumar was attacked. His hand is bleeding. His shirt has been torn. Right now, violence is going on inside the house. We are going to the commissioner and going to ask him to stop the house right now until legal constitutional activities begin. Till the house can be carried on in a legal and constitutional manner. Till then, the house should be suspended.
Viewers, let's open this up. Let's open this up. I've also invited all of you to participate tonight. Do speak up. Do shame some of these people tonight. These people parasitically get paid from the national exchequer, viewers, that we contribute to, you and I. As you know, viewers, hundreds and thousands of people in this country that are living on the margins are made to pay taxes through their nose. We don't get increments like they do. And we have to put down that money to get services. But this is what we get, this disregard, disrespect, this humiliating show of one-upmanship. I want to begin with you, Shahzad Poonawalla, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. I think first you should start by apologizing. I will ask Huda Zariawala and the other apologists for the Aam Aadmi Party, Ravi Srivastava, to do the same. But I'm going to first ask you, as a member from India's biggest party, a party led by a Prime Minister who is preparing in 9 months to host the world's topmost leaders, to showcase India. Is this how you respect his urgings to change the face of this country and put our best foot forward? And is this the example that you want to set on our behalf to these people who will be visiting us?
Rahul, first of all, there is no doubt in my mind that what we have seen transpiring today in the house of the MCD, the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, is in fact a black day for democracy, a black day for all of us in public life. And this kind of behavior cannot be condoned. And, Rahul, I have seen you leading from your example. Even when others in the media err and it's not your responsibility, you have been generous enough to take the responsibility on behalf of the entire media. And in that respect, even I would like to take responsibility for the entire political class, because this is not a matter of ego. This is a matter of what actually transpired in that house. And the fact of the matter is that let's assume for a moment that everything that the Aam Aadmi Party is saying is absolutely true. The aldermen were elected or nominated unconstitutionally. The voting was not happening properly. The oath was not happening properly. Let's assume all of this is true. What was the reason for them to resort to violence and hooliganism inside the house? The fact is that if they had a point on constitutional law, they could have gone and challenged it in a court of law. But why to enter the house with blades, to enter the house drunk, to beat up 7 of our corporators, to injure them grievously, to try to surround women who are senior citizens, to abuse them, to push them around, to use extreme violence? This seems to be a pattern. You remember, Rahul, that there is a person who sat on dharna on 26 January? You remember, Rahul, how these people have abused those who hold constitutional positions, calling the Prime Minister a psychopath, the LG, and all kinds of names. You have seen the scant respect they have for the media, the scant respect they have for other institutions of democracy. So today, yes, I do. In fact, even though it is our corporators who are sitting injured, I do want to take this step forward and apologize that this is the behavior and this is what Delhi had to witness. Okay. And therefore, perhaps this is the reason why Delhi people had chosen to not give them the mandate that they would have otherwise.
Mr. Poonawalla, no, please, Mr. Poonawalla, I respect the fact that you have taken onus on behalf of the political establishment tonight. That's a good beginning. But let's not be sanctimonious. Don't tell me that it's only one side. Okay? I'm going to open this up to our family of viewers, Times Now's family of viewers. Now, I never mince my words. A wrong is a wrong, viewers. I call it out. And I want you to do that tonight. We've had enough of this. They take us for a ride quite often. Jagdish calling in from London. Archana calling in from Delhi. Krishna calling in from Chennai. Let me first begin with you, Mr. Jagdish. Good evening. What do you make of this? Mr. Jagdish, can you hear me? Because I can't. Okay, can't hear him. Let me go to Archana, calling in from Delhi. Archana, go ahead. What do you make of this?
Good evening, Rahul.
Good evening.
This mayhem we witnessed throughout the day make me cringe with disgust. What a colossal waste of taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
And these councillors did not look like people's representatives, but hooligans let loose.
Yeah.
What I have to say is that we have to be very discerning when we exercise our electoral right and choose very wisely, because ultimately these leaders reflect the choices we make.
Krishna calling in from Chennai. Krishna, good evening. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Rahul, this is absolutely atrocious. These people waste Rajya Sabha hours. These people waste all the hours. They don't do their work properly. We elect them. They do nothing finally.
Yeah.
End of the day, it's always a chaos, confusion, and a waste of money for the exchequer. And no taxpayers' money is like looted by these people. If BJP is wrong, AAP has to come out of the place and protest outside, say these people are doing like this. This is bad.
Absolutely. That's a very good point.
Yes.
Can't take matters into your own hands. What sort of an example are you setting? And let me tell you, viewers, you must all the family of Times Now must call in tonight, because this can happen in your city. It probably does happen. Just that they're not as brazen about it. So if you want them to walk the straight and narrow, call in tonight. Shame these people, shame their representatives on national TV so that they take the message back that India's had enough. I want to go across to Tushar from Bhopal. Tushar, good evening, sir. Go ahead, please. Are you with us? Good evening. Okay, just lost you. Let's try to get these lines connected. Let me go across to Mr. Srivastava. Mr. Srivastava and Huda Zariawala, who represent the AAP, sympathetic towards the AAP and its political style. So Ravi Srivastava, if I remember rightly, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal had once said that he was a natural-born anarchist. The BJP says this is anarchy. That you did this because you didn't want to face a test, because you thought you'd lose. It's about one-upmanship, whatever. Tonight, will you first take the moral high ground and apologize on the behalf of every AAP cooperator before you answer the more fundamental question? Mr. Srivastava.
Rahul, no, not at all.
You won't apologize.
What I've seen is that when the democratic processes are stopped.
Do you have a lot of money? Do you have a lot of money, Mr. Srivastava?
When democratic processes
is your swollen bank balance speaking? I'm asking you this question because it's paining me that my money that we earn
Rahul,
one second, that we earn by spending hours and hours is being blown up like this. If you have a lot of money, excuse me, sir. If you have a lot of money to spend and throw about and you don't care what happens with it, then, only then can you feel zero remorse. I'm not asking you tonight, sir, as a sympathizer of the AAP, I'm asking you first as an Indian. Do you feel ashamed? Should you not absolutely view as partisan in his approach? And this is a citizen of this country, he's not some alien.
You never raised your
He doesn't
voice.
come from Mars.
Today you are looking very sentimental.
I am.
don't know the reason.
I am, because it hurts.
You only.
It hurts. It hurts. It should hurt you. It should hurt me. It should hurt everybody who is today tuning into this broadcast. If it doesn't hurt you, sir, it tells me that there is something deeply callous in your mindset. Now, hang on. Let me tell you, viewers. Waterlogging. Okay, keep quiet. Keep quiet, Mr. Srivastava. Stop droning on and on. Please. This is not something that you should be doing tonight. Please. Wait 30 seconds. I'm putting out facts here, viewers. Work is going on to flatten the garbage dump, which holds nearly 6 million tons of waste. Delhi has 3 garbage mountains, one each at Okhla, Bhalswa, and Ghazipur, in the south, north, and east, respectively. There's waterlogging. And amongst all of this, we are paying an increased property tax. Viewers, we are paying more for this tamasha, for these tamash beans. So what we are paying for? Huda Zariawala, at least start by offering a modicum. Don't be thick-skinned like Ravi Srivastava. At least start by saying, okay, we regret this. Then you can do whatever you want to do. You want to abuse the BJP? Go ahead. But at least today, start by apologizing to the viewer, to the voter who has put you there to manage 15,000 of his precious crores and her precious crores. Can I expect that? Some amount of decency?
Rahul, 1 month before you had not made this kind of appeal to the people.
What are you talking about, sir? I didn't ask you the question. I'm asking Ms. Zariwala. Let her speak at least. Don't be such a boor. Please don't be such a boor. Let her speak. She's also here. She's taken time out and given an opportunity. Please, there is also Ishkaran Bhandari here with us. Huda Zariwala. Please go ahead.
Good evening, Rahul ji. Just to correct, the name is Zariwala, not Zariawala. But anywho, yes, all good. Absolutely, yes. This is very unfortunate that this is what we had to witness today. Yes, of course, it is the BJP who we are going to blame for. But yes, that being said, this should not have happened. It's extremely unfortunate. It is sad that we, in supposedly the largest democracy, have to witness something like this. This is not something that should ever be repeated again. I mean, people will lose faith in the institution of democracy. They will lose faith in the power of their single vote. So yes, this should not have happened. I clearly, loudly, for the record, say that. But now, that being said, why this happened happen. I mean, if I'm to dwell upon just basic reasoning to it, the BJP has clearly lost the MCD elections, and yet they want to dictate, the terms of how the mayor should be elected. The constitutional article of 243R has, magnanimously been violated.
Ms. Zariwala, the BJP is a venal party. It has done all this wrong. But do you mean to say that you will respond in this manner? This is not the work of people who are actually taking an oath on the constitution of this country to uphold the constitution. This is the work of people that are usually called lumpens. And I'm not singling you out, please. The BJP is equally here guilty. They're also standing up to all of this. They could have walked out of the house quietly and said, "Bhai, isme hame nahi engage karna." वो भी खड़े हो गए. They did their drama. They did their drama.
There are pictures
Pankaj, family members of Times Now, Pankaj calling in from Gurugram. Pankaj, I'm sorry. Today we have a we have a rancorous debate going on. People just don't want to keep quiet. They just want to shout. Especially this lot. Speak over each other. But Pankaj ji, go ahead. You're calling in from Gurugram, sir. Go ahead, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Rahul. My question is very simple. You know, I've been listening to everybody for some time. I think Rahul, I don't know how, but somehow or the other, we in this country, we've seen this happening across the states, everywhere, anywhere or everywhere. You know, we've seen such instances happening. I think we need to find a mechanism. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer how.
No, I'll tell you what the mechanism is, sir. The day you start fining them for every moment lost, minute lost, like it happened in the private sector, where their productivity is measured, ye sab line pe aa jayenge. They'll all be okay. That's the mechanism. But will they actually put that mechanism in place? Because it takes character to do something like that. Let me ask Mr. Bhavish calling in from Mumbai. Mr. Bhavish, what do you think should be done to teach these people a lesson?
Simple is, if you will not perform, you will be perished.
Yeah. Not perform, you will perish. Teach them a lesson, throw them all out. Penalize them. Dr. Shivkumar calling in from Mysuru. Go ahead, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Rahul. No, I just wanted to tell one thing. And these people, they have to be made accountable, for, as you said, for each and every minute based on their performance. And the penalization, not only in terms of money, but also like they should impose that he should be barred from contesting the next election and should not be given the pension. Such things have to be brought.
Very good point.
Thank you, Rahul.
Very, very good point. I think that's a very, very valid point. Vasant Kumar ji calling in from Bengaluru. Mr. Vasant Kumar, go ahead, sir. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, Rahul. Yeah, actually, this, I think there is nobody there to control these people, I think.
Yeah.
The commissioner or whoever it is, MCD guy, I don't think they are trying to control these type of mobs. That's what actually we are having a problem, I think.
Yeah.
See, in every private companies or everywhere, there will be somebody who will be heading the things and controlling the stuff, right? Then why not here?
The leadership, instead of making excuses on these people's behalf, should be calling them and saying that if you do not perform, if you resort to this, we will get rid of you. But the leadership is also absent, viewers. They've become part of this. Apologists for this mob rule. Ishkaran Bhandari, what do you make of this? Do you feel today proud as an Indian citizen, or do you feel angry as an aggrieved citizen?
Rahul, I'll make 2 points. Firstly, these are shameful scenes, but unfortunately, the people participating in this scene seem to be shameless. And what to talk about them? We had Mr. Srivastava defending him gleefully and saying there is nothing wrong with it. what would be the ordinary citizen or young people wanting to see how democracy functions in India, see that one neta is, please don't interrupt, I didn't interrupt you, you will have your turn. I took your name, I know that.
You can respond to him, sir.
What would young people, forget what the globe would think,
you can
what would
respond
young
to
people
him.
see? Rahul, this
sir,
is
you
not
can
the way,
respond
Rahul.
to him. Let Ishkaran Bhandari make his point. You can respond to him.
This is not MCD. Please let us have a civilized debate here at least. Don't break your camera. It's time no property.
You can respond to him. Let him finish his statement.
He can make his own statement, not referring to me. I never said there is nothing wrong in it.
Okay.
Because you defended it openly.
What
Anyways,
defended?
Rahul, can I make my point?
Democracy is being gagged. What is the
Rahul, can I make my point?
Okay, 1 second. 1 second.
Democracy is being
Mr.
gagged.
Srivastava, please respond after he finishes. He gave you that courtesy. Please. Okay. Go ahead. Ishkaran Bhandari, finish.
Rahul, as I said, shameful scenes, but people who are doing that seem to be shameless. So we have to move towards solution. Solution is not only fines or suspension. In Kerala, Assembly Ruckus case, FIRs were filed. And this destruction of public property is a criminal offense. And the Supreme Court held that you have freedom of speech in the assembly. The proceedings in the assembly are immune from judicial scrutiny, but violence is not. Destruction of public property is not. The government changed. Kerala government tried to withdraw the cases filed. Supreme Court said nothing doing. Then they went to High Court for a stay on the proceedings. High Court said nothing doing. So let them face the full brunt of law, which an ordinary citizen for breaking the public property on camera would face, and you will have the solution. So it's a very easy solution, irrespective of BJP or Aam Aadmi Party. Video evidence is there. Register an FIR. Prosecute them under law, and you will slowly start having solutions.
Let me ask, quick first response from Ravi Srivastava, quick, and then I want to bring in Shahzad Poonawalla on the point that Mr. Ishkaran Bhandari has raised. We also have two more family members of Times Now, Kulandayal as well as Raghuram, both from Chennai. I'll come to you guys in just a few moments, sirs. Yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Srivastava, you wanted to make a point.
Mr. Bhandari, the last point I fully agree with, that there should be FIRs filed from both the sides. It should be established that who took the law in the hand, who initiated the violence first, who responded to that, who has been hurt, what all transpired over there. I think that's a question that the law should take its own course. Both the parties should file the FIR and see to it that who was the culprit, and let him be exposed for that reason. Before pointing a reason that this fellow did it or that fellow did it, I think that's a wrong thing. They should be established. And what you said is correct, that the Supreme Court should make laws about it, that whosoever spoils the public property must pay for it. But we have seen such more uglier things in most.
Let me bring in Shahzad Poonawalla on this. Mr. Poonawalla, Delhi Police. Delhi Police. Okay.
Who paid for it?
Okay. Delhi Police proceeds against any, 1 second, against any citizen when he resorts, as we have seen during riots that have taken place over the last few months and years in the Union capital very promptly. FIRs are registered, people are fined, people are prosecuted, etc. In fact, in the neighboring state of Uttar Pradesh, people who commit vandalism don't pay up. Their homes are also demolished. So, Mr. Poonawalla, will the Delhi police act? And if you believe that the AAP was the transgressor, will you file cases?
Rahul, firstly, most certainly we will. Many of our corporators who've been injured and who've been subjected to brutal violence are actually doing that. I hope the Delhi police acts very promptly. And let me take the idea of Ishkaran Bhandari further. I completely endorse his idea. But, you know, Rahul, we also must today, and after hearing your discourse, I must say that all of us in public life have to rise above this blame game. तूने ये किया, मैंने ये किया, मेरी पार्टी ने ये किया, तेरी पार्टी ने ये किया. Today, democracy has been shamed. And therefore, even though I can come and say that Aam Aadmi Party has done this, that, the other, the MLA was laughing, encouraging, saying chappal. I don't want to say that. I want to say that I'm truly sorry that we saw these pictures. Whether or not senior people on this panel want to join in and apologize to the people, at least my party's Sanskar tells me that people of Delhi are feeling very hurt, people of India are feeling very hurt. So I want to apologize, and I hope the Aam Aadmi Party, I can understand they may have a problem on constitutionality. We could have settled it in the forum of the court. even if decisions would have been taken in the House...
I think that's a reasonable position. Miss Zariwala, very, very, very reasonable position. I'm asking you once again, and this is what some of the viewers have called in and said, look, take the matter, walk out of the House, take the matter to the courts, get it sorted. But why do this? Look at what is happening.
Yes, Rahulji. For one, I actually do agree with Ishkaranji and Shehzadji on this, that yes, this is absolutely shameful. No civilized citizen, let alone a representative of the people, should be behaving this way. It doesn't matter if the person was tilting towards BJP or Aam Aadmi Party, but yes, this is not something anybody, absolutely any civilized society should witness.
Okay, since all of you are now hang on.
All of us,
this is all great. I know that I buttonholed a lot of you here. Now you must be ready to walk the talk. I'm hoping that tomorrow FIRs are filed. Yes, there's something that you want to show, Mr. Poonawala. You're showing something.
Here is Atishi, and I have great regard for Atishi. So do you, so do everybody on the panel. She was laughing, encouraging, saying chappal feko. Can Huda, Zariwala and Ravi Srivastava say that action should be taken on Atishi? Here is a video. I'm showing you the video. Your channel has also shown it. Here is she laughing and encouraging people to act in a hooligan manner.
She's not even a member of this house, by the way.
I could show videos of what the BJP people were doing inside the house, but then this is not. This debate is clearly. This debate is clearly not about that. It is about a larger picture at hand. I mean, who started it? Who took it forward? You know, at the Shehzadji, at the end of the day, this is about a bigger issue.
Which I will apologize. Just show me one video.
And I have massive respect for that. But that being said, let's not forget that it was not just the Aam Aadmi Party or not just the BJP which were.
This will go down that familiar route of cross-blame. But the fact is, since all of them are so now apologetic, one would hope that all of these people would be booked now by the Delhi police. The Delhi police, of course, is not controlled by the Delhi government. Neither, remember, viewers, do the corporations come under specifically the mandate of the chief minister, etc. So remember, viewers, that what you're seeing in this house is pretty autonomous body. Delhi police, without fear or favor, the reporters center should actually lodge cases. Let's get these people either prosecuted, jailed, or made to pay up. Or maybe everything. But let me bring in Mr. Kulandiyal from Chennai. Go ahead, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Rahul. It is atrocious to see such a behavior in an elected house.
Yeah.
Whether it is BJP or AAP, whoever it is. The solution whatever you asked, after the case is booked and identified who is the real culprit, they must not be allowed to contest the election anymore in their life.
Exactly. I think held guilty, don't come back to this house. You don't deserve to be here. Raghuram calling in from Chennai also. Brigadier Raghavan right after. Yes, Mr. Raghuram.
Yes, sir. Wishing you all Happy New Year. My blood is boiling to see what is happening on the TV.
So is mine.
I understand. All the laws is only for the common people and not for the scoundrels who are being elected there and behaving in this hooliganism. Please take the advice from Advocate Bhandari and try to implement what his advice sincerely. Only then these people
15,000 crores. 15,000 crores.
My blood is boiling, sir. When I don't pay the tax in time, I'm being screwed left, right,
Absolutely.
and center.
This is the unvarnished voice.
Squandering my money. It's a shame.
Of free India.
And above all, let me also tell you one more point.
Yes, sir.
It is better you don't put the video of the parliament where the speaker is saying honorable members, and they are honorable scoundrels.
And they're all crying.
It's better they don't.
The speaker cried. You're right. Absolutely. Let me bring in Brigadier Raghavan from Bengaluru. Brigadier Raghavan, go ahead, sir.
Rahul Shivshankar, I've been watching you for quite some time. Just give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
You have been conducting the debates wonderfully, very balanced.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate it. Now, coming to the point, the moot point that we're discussing here, when we were studying in school as young kids, we were taught spare the rod and spoil the child. I'm shocked to find one of the persons who's from Bangalore, who's sitting at the debate, day in and day out, he'll come sometimes now without applying his mind. Just because he hates one man, he'll start talking all nonsense of this particular TV. But then probably you want a contrarian view, and that is why the gentleman will come and talk all things which a common man, a man with some logic will not talk. For example, here, like you have been asking many of the viewers, the guys who are at fault should be prosecuted and they should be debarred from participating in elections. After all,
I actually, sir, Brigadier Sir, I actually began by setting the bar with family of Times Now viewers.
Right from morning, I have been seeing this.
Yeah.
It is looking like the movie Dawn, saying, "My who down, my who down, my who down." Everybody is fighting for the first day, first show ticket. They are all rowdies. And I could see the gentlewoman, Atishi, standing on the chair or the table and laughing. Mera ticket dilao, mera ticket dilao. They are all rowdies. They should not be allowed to participate in any election further, nor come inside the parliament or the house. They should be banned forever.
Well,
and sorry to say, Ravi Srivastav, sir, I respect you a lot. At least I thought today you would say this is not expected out of both the teams.
He didn't say.
BJP or AAP.
He didn't say.
Thank you, Mr. Rahul.
Thank you.
I leave the floor to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much. Viewers, look, we can choose tonight to be very defensive, get stuck in our little silos, be loyal to our little parties, our leaders, but we'll be doing a great disservice to the country as a whole. We're all Indians first. We've all got to band together and ask, as Indians, these people that we put in office. Because tomorrow, viewers, if we are not able to do this, then you know what people will turn around and say? That you deserve this because you didn't ask the questions. They sometimes say that people deserve the representatives they get. Let's all speak up and shame this lot, viewers. Enough is enough. Let me tell you. Enough is enough. I want to move on because